Good morning, it's the second day I've been working on this Bush TV22. Today I'm going to be concentrating on the top deck, the actual time bases and power supplies and audio. The first one I'm going to do today is these wires that go to the CRT base. They don't look too bad here, but inside the set they've started to break down, so I'm going to replace those today, and also the mains wire that goes to the dropper up here. Because as you can see, this is really crispy. So we would have standard replaced this anyway, but it's just, you can really see how bad it is, which is there. So I'm going to crack on with that, and I'll catch up with you shortly. Well, I've replaced the crispy rubber wiring on the tube connector, so that's all been replaced. It was pretty crappy, to be fair. Inside it had really gone brittle. Try and find a piece, but it's not very nice, especially around the end of it. It's started to give up. So that's all been replaced. Also the mains lead here for the voltage selector on the side of the telly here, they've been replaced. I've just got to fit the little terminals to go under the screws. As I mentioned yesterday regarding the dates, etc. for this set, there's the capacitors under here, and you can, if I hold that steady, you can see that this one here is marked September 1950. One at the top up here is August 50, and one down here is marked November 50. So it's going to be, I would imagine, a late 1950s television, 1950 television. Because every cap in here is late 1950. So I'm going to keep going now. I'm going to recap now the wiring, the mains wiring is sorted out up to the dropper. I'm now going to go through and recap the set, all these capacitors in here. There's another few additions have been sort of bodged in here at some point, so I don't quite know what they're doing. This is the original. And obviously we need to do all the capacitors on the frame time base panel there as well. So that's my next few hours taken up, so we'll get those done, and I'll see you shortly. So as you can see, another few hours has passed by, and I've replaced the various capacitors underneath on the top deck. New electrolytic here. I'm still waiting for one electrolytic to come in, which I shall fit tomorrow. The rest of the resistors, capacitors have been changed here. Some of the resistors have been checked. Some of the other stuff has been taken out that I wasn't aware why it was in there. Some sort of later modification. So that's underneath. What I'm going to do now is just turn it on the right way up, if you like, and we'll just have a look at the top deck, and then we'll get the tube back on and just fire up for the first time. So here's the top deck now. You can see all the mains wiring has been replaced. All the wiring to the CRT base has been replaced, as is the video lead there. So yeah, that's been done. The other wire was really crispy. New HT lead ready to go on the tube when you get it refitted. Capacitors here, and obviously here's the frame stage has been rebuilt. So get some valves in. I haven't cleaned the focus arrangement yet. As you can see, that's still really grubby. I will take that apart and clean that, but what I want to do now is just temporarily pop the tube back in and fire it up and see what faults exist, if any.